Hello, my name is Natalie Lyons, and today I will be giving a book presentation on Lean In Women, Work, and the Will to Lead by Ms. Sheryl Sandberg. The book itself is a call to arms for women in the workplace in terms of self assurance, personal development, confidence, and most importantly, leadership. The book dives into some internal and societal reasons as to why women struggle to pursue leadership positions in the workplace primarily. The idea is that as women, we sit on top of the shoulders of the women who fought for the rights that we have today. We are centuries ahead of other countries in terms of how we treat our women. However, men still rule the world. Conditions for all women will improve when more men run the households and more women are able to lead companies and countries. However, in order to accomplish this promised land of equality, we have to face the interpersonal barriers and the stereotypical norms. Some of the key takeaways of this wonderful guide really made me feel well represented as a woman. Ms. Sandberg wrote about, first of all, systematic barriers and biases that women face in the workplace, the self-hindrance women experience as a result of low self-confidence, often due to external treatment, the needed versatility in the workplace. But what really stood out to me reading this book was simply lean in. Sandberg urges organizations to be proactive in supporting gender equality professionally. She calls for men to support the women around them. And of course, more directly, she encourages women to lean in, advocate for themselves, speak up, and actively seize opportunities with confidence. Considering Sandberg's background of being a large-scale technology executive, it is no surprise she would want more women to fulfill leadership positions alongside her. In the book, she recounts some experiences that she had while working for Google and Apple, explaining the lack of women in leadership positions surrounding her. Upon further research, I learned that she founded leanin.org. That brings me to how it helps other people. This book can easily be an inspiration to women in the workplace, especially those who might feel stuck settling for positions that they may be overqualified for. Additionally, the book gives fantastic advice in career and domestic aspects. Though I was really intimidated by the book at first, now that I've read it, I would recommend it to any other woman. The book encourages the reader to step up and advocate to be a leader, and it empowers them to seek out positive change. I also feel as if the book can help others by inspiring them to lean in and take charge of their own lives. A selling point for me compared to other self-help books was that often the author doesn't take into consideration the experiences women face that are out of their control. It's always been a very clear A to B line for most of these self-help books that I've read, and a lot of them are written by men, and it just felt like to me that not everything is in your control, and it's unfair to assume that everything is in somebody's control. So sometimes the message isn't always about improving the self, but improving the environment around the self. Not only did Sandberg mention these differences, she provided relevant statistics all throughout the book, as well as providing personal experiences with unjust biases. She recounts early on how she was always seen as too domineering and bossy as a child. She even explains how her younger siblings at her wedding, explained that they were her first employees, and it made her feel a little embarrassed. And that's an experience that I deeply resonated with from my own childhood. I feel like I was always getting called bossy and headstrong, and in reality, I really just wanted to tackle things head on. I really just wanted to A to B advocate for myself and advocate for the things that I needed and wanted. To close out my book presentation for today, I would like to urge any of the women watching this to read this book. Schoolwork aside, you will feel so heard. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and I hope the rest of your day is wonderful.